wait, we were in there when they were having these chats. What the hell? Well, nothing romantic yet, but I mean, space of the scene.
Yeah, okay.
I would have appreciated a little heads up from India. He's one of the balls. Where were they? I don't know.
Hi guys, it's Jodie here from ODE and we are back with another Love Island interview for you. We've got our first Islander from 2022. It is Amber! Woo! Hello, it's so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Welcome back to home soil. How does it feel to be out the villa? How are you adjusting to life?
It is definitely a bit of a blur at the moment, but it is really nice to be home at the same time. It doesn't even feel like I've been in there, to be honest. Like when I'm watching it, I'm like, was I there? Like, what the hell? But no, it's good to be home. But obviously, would still love to be in there, but the way the cookie crumbles, I suppose.
And obviously, when you got dumped, were you gutted about that? Was it a shock?
I mean, I think the dumping in itself was a shock. I don't think anyone was expecting it that night. When I sort of realised it was between me, Tasha, and Ikenna, I kind of was like, right, read the room here. Like, I kind of thought, yeah, it probably is me. But like, I kind of just accepted it in the moment.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, it's my time.
And was it nice to leave with Ikenna?
Oh my God,
together?
so nice to leave together. I was literally, I don't know if he was grateful for that, but I bloody well am.
People were kind of shipping you guys as a couple after it.
Yes.
Is there anything romantic there? Is it just friendship?
Well, nothing romantic yet, but I mean, space of the scene.
Yeah. Okay. So is the door open?
No, I think we're really good friends at the moment, but I mean, I'm a person that always says never say never.
Well, you were coupled up with Dami and Mia. So from your perspective, how were things going between you two?
I feel like sort of for me in sort of my headspace, I feel like we was going at a good pace. Obviously, we got together, not got together, we coupled up together, and we both sort of were happy. And there was a few red flags, and I was like, I'm not sure. And then he sort of reassured me, and I felt like we sort of started to open up to each other and sort of be a bit more affectionate towards each other. And then obviously, then I was dumped.
Yeah. So what were the red flags then? What were the things you were like, oh, I don't know?
Just a few things, to be honest. Like one, like I think I've mentioned already before, sort of the girl best friend, and him having like lots of girl best friends, and the outside he goes sleepovers with.
What?
I know. Everyone's like, what the hell? And I'm like, well, sorry. On the outside, when I date a guy, I don't want him to be best friends with like those girls that he's done stuff with. But yeah, like after sort of he reassured me about a few things, then like I thought, you know what? There's no point sort of being a closed book. Let me start to open up. I do find him attractive. I do like him. We do get on. But yeah, it didn't really last that long.
But if you had stayed in there, would you have wanted to continue with Dami?
No, I don't think I would wanted to have continued sort of after sort of him sort of wanting to chat with India. But I mean, if I was sort of none the wiser, then yeah, I definitely still would have been open to sort of get to know him more. But at the same time, I definitely would have pulled a few other people for chats if I knew sort of the full story.
100%. And did you have any idea that they two wanted to know each other?
None.
So was that a complete shock to you?
Yeah,
then?
it was. Me and Ikenna sort of both saw it at the same time. We were both like, we looked at each other like, what? Like, and then sort of we were looking at everyone's outfits, and it was like, we were in there when they were having these chats. What the hell? And you'd like, it was a shock. We think you see me across the way, like looking as if I'm looking over. I wasn't. But yeah, no, because they were good friends. So we just thought like all four of us, I think a lot of the time would just sort of sit and chat together. So yeah, no, it was a shock.
So did you feel a bit hurt because you were so close with India?
No, I mean, look, it's a show. I wasn't expecting them to stay single once we left, but they could have waited a little bit. And I would have appreciated a little heads up from India, but at the same time, like I've got on really well with her. Don't want to bring no girls down. It's all here for the women. Who definitely wouldn't have wanted to, like, I wouldn't have had a go at her, but I would have been like, girl, you could have told me, what the hell? And at the end of the day, I was covered up with him, like it's his responsibility. He's one of the balls. Where were they? I don't know. But he did say he was going to tell me the next day, but he definitely had time to tell me. But just the way the cookie crumbles.
And I was shocked when you said on After Sun that he was like kissing you in bed and stuff like that after that conversation with India. So it must have been even more of a shock.
I know, like, and he was sort of saying, "Oh, we've got each other's backs, this, that, and the other." So that's why I was more shocked. Sort of that side of it, as in like them wanting to have chats. It's a show. Like if you feel like you have a connection with someone, go for it. But yeah, that's why it was a shock. So I was like, what the hell was it she kissing in bed with yesterday? Like.
Now moving on from Damiyah and India and that situation, Ikenna. I mean, Ikenna, she's just pure chaos, isn't she? Now, we saw there was a bit of a heated debate between you two. So what actually happened in that situation?
Yeah, I think a few people sort of pricked their ears up and sort of noticed a few things that she was doing that sort of we weren't too happy with. But I think sort of I was the only one that sort of was happy to say, not happy, but she asked me, so I just answered. There was a few things, sort of the way she relays conversations, it just made it look sometimes as if she was doing it on purpose and sort of trying to cause drama, and there was enough drama at one point, and it was like, you're really adding fuel to the fire right now. Again, great TV, but to be sort of in there 24 hours with everyone, it can get a lot sometimes.
And then on After Sun, you said that you think she's playing a game. Do you still think that?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, like I said, great TV. I think, to be honest, I do think she actually likes Davide and has real feelings for him. But I think she's definitely sort of sprinkled some more spice to a few sort of reactions and things that she's done in there. So whether in my eyes, I class it as playing a game, and good game or bad game, it's public to decide.
Absolutely. And do you think there is hope for those two? Because obviously we all kind of do want it.
Yeah, I know. I literally told her in there, I was like, you're going to go back to Davide, I can just tell. And well, look, who knows if it's going to last, but I definitely think they've got a soft spot for each other. And I mean, I'm kind of rooting for them, to be honest.
With Dami, you were talking about him having loads of girl best friends. He seems to be really close with Paige in there, but then in the heart race challenge, it was Paige that made his heart race the most.
I know.
So do you think there is maybe something more than just friendship there?
I think, I'm not sure from Paige's side, I don't think she's ever sort of expressed any sort of feeling or liking towards him. But I mean, Dami did say sort of early on that like 3 girls that he would chat with, or the top 3 were sort of me, India and Paige. So I think it makes kind of sense a little bit. But in there wasn't any obvious, I mean, maybe I'm just not picking up stuff because I didn't pick up him in India, so maybe I'm just oblivious. But yeah, no, I don't know. I think from his side, maybe he does fancy her, find her attractive, but I think, I'm not sure if she reciprocates that, so I don't think he would pursue it because I think he knows it's sort of a lost cause.
When you come out of Love Island, you get a lot of fans, but you also get a lot of trolls with that. So how has that been? How have you been coping with that?
To be fair, I've been okay so far. I've been okay. I feel like, obviously, when you're in there, you're with people for 24 hours. I think it's down to a sort of one hour episode. So I feel like people's opinions, I'm taking it all with a pinch of salt because I'm like, it's not the full sort of experience. And sort of, I think that's why I'm sort of able to detach myself from sort of negative comments. I mean, I'm definitely taking the positive ones.
Yeah.
But, no, so I feel like that's why I'm able to sort of detach. But I mean, it's not nice. I think sometimes people do take it a bit too far. But at the same time, I feel like if there was no sort of controversy or sort of conversation about stuff, there wouldn't be a show. So I'm kind of, as much as the negative side isn't that great, like, it's a show.
And we don't see, like you say, everything that goes on.
Exactly, and even sort of like the thing between me and Exu, actually we got on really well, and obviously, yes, we had, but I feel like that's what happens between friends. If you don't have a little bicker or an argument with a friend and aren't honest with them, then it's not, is it really
and it created the famous, iconic eye roll moment.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God, don't. I literally must do it so much subconsciously. When everyone's saying she's two-faced, but I'm doing the faces in front of everyone, so how two-faced is going to get? And I'm a Gemini, actually, so maybe that's my excuse.
Well, this is it. Talking about backlash and stuff, obviously Jax is one that's come under fire a little bit. What was your opinion of him in the villa?
He likes to joke around and take the piss out of people. I think once you get to know his like personality, you're like, oh, he's just messing about. He's just trying to wind people up on purpose. I don't think he means it in sort of any malicious way at all. Obviously, I know there's been like a few conversations about him and Remy. I think they didn't get to know each other too well, so maybe they just weren't sort of sure of each other's personalities. And I think at the end of the day, if you don't go through life liking everyone that you meet, so I feel like if anything, it's kind of a reflection that you don't sort of get on with every single person that you meet, and unfortunately that is like something that happens.
And we've got Casa More coming up. Could we see you going back in, maybe?
Can you imagine? Oh, I would love to see everyone's faces.
Would you say to Dami and India, like, what?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, to be honest, like I said, what they're meant to do, say single, but I definitely would love to go and be like, love that.
Someone get the producers on the phone, we need this to happen.
Let's get my bags packed.
And obviously with Casa More coming up, this is when the chaos is really going to start. Who do you think is going to be okay and who do you think will fall apart?
At this point, I feel like any of them could. I feel like it is true what sort of the conversation was saying, that someone comes in 100% your type, anyone's head can be turned, can't it? But no, I'm intrigued to see. I kind of think Ikenna and Davide might sort of get through it.
Really?
Yeah, I know, it's shock, but I think they might. But to be honest, I don't know who's going to survive that.
And just finally then, if I could wave a magic wand and put your like perfect guy in front of you now, what are you looking for? What do you want, Amber? Put it out there.
I don't know. Like I think I'm always saying, my list isn't too long, but I think a gentleman, someone who's funny. Physical, I couldn't tell you because my type is all over the place. For example, I could go for Anthony Joshua, but I could go for Eddie Hearn. They're complete polar opposites, but I'll take either. But no, yeah, just someone who's a gentleman, makes me laugh.
And you're still
That's
looking for
it.
love?
Oh, still looking for love, but I'm kind of thinking like, is it player summer?
Yeah.
Play in the summer, play in the field.
Let's wait till Hot Girl Summer's over.
Over, for sure.
I love that. Well, listen, it's been so lovely to meet you. Thank you for bringing us all the eye rolls in the villa. We loved it. Yay! Thank you.